Hooded Last Drops from here in the Book of Boba Fett is over, so I'm going to be reviewing the entire show, all 7 episodes. Yeah, all 7 episodes. So if you have not seen this show yet, I definitely recommend you do not watch this video because there'll be major spoilers for the every episode of the show. So yeah, spoilers for the Book of Boba Fett in the rest of this video. But yeah, so I really like this show. I thought it was really, really good. Because I love Boba Fett. 2 of the episodes weren't even about him though, which I didn't have a problem with because they were awesome episodes. But episode 1, I believe, is the episode, or I don't know, like each individual episode. I think I'll just talk about like overall. It's like the first 3 or the first 4. Well, it's like 2 different stories. So you have Boba Fett and at the end of Mandalorian season 2, you see him kill Bib Fortuna, and he's like the new ruler of Mos Eisley, or is it the other one? There's like a lot, but he's like the new Jabba the Hutt, basically. So he's Boba the Hutt. No, but so him and Fennec Shand are like, we are the rulers now. I intend to rule with respect. And then so the mayor guy is a Twi'lek, which is cool. And he like talks to him, and he's like, I don't really know what they were talking about in the first couple episodes because I haven't rewatched them. I've only seen each episode one time. But it gets to it. But then like there's these characters that they hire, and they reinforce themselves with droid parts. I'm like, what the fuck? No, that was cool. They were cool. Even though in the finale that dude does a spin for no reason whatsoever. I guess just to look cool. But the action was really good in this show. I really liked it. Oh, let's talk about the Tusken Raiders. So the Tusken Raiders, like Boba Fett becomes part of their tribe, basically. And this show made me feel for Tusken Raiders. Because you're not even really supposed to like Tusken Raiders. In the movies, they're portrayed as these, like, really bad, evil, awful things on Tatooine. But it's like, in this show, they make you feel for them. I was like, wow. That's crazy. Because, like, Boba Fett becomes part of their tribe. And he likes them now. He's like, well, they're friends. And then as the show goes on, I'm like, yeah, I like these Oh, they're all fucking dead. They all die. I was like, wow, I'm sorry about that, Boba. I gotta say, the outro theme is such a vibe, bro. Every time an episode ends and the outro music starts playing, I'm like, hell yeah. Ooh. It's like Mandalorian. The Mandalorian outro theme is a vibe, and this outro theme was a vibe too. I was like, wow, shit is fire. Dum da dum dum da dum. It's good. It's some good music. I like it. Okay, let's just get to the episode we all want to talk about. Episode 5. The Mandalorian pops up, and I kind of thought Mando was gonna be in the show. I was like, there's no way Mando's not in the show, right? And episode 5 is literally his episode. Boba Fett's not even in it, which I thought was hilarious. But he comes in, he just, I'm like, I remember when I started the episode, I was like, oh shit, Boba Fett's here. Not Boba Fett. I was like, Mandalorian's here, Din Djarin, let's go. But he comes in, I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold. I was like, oh shit. He said it. He said it. He said the thing. I was like, bruh, ain't no way. He just said that. I was so hyped. And then whips out the Darksaber. He just starts slaughtering dudes. I was like, it was badass. I was like, this shit is cool. I was like, I love this. This is the dopest thing I've ever seen. It was so cool. And he goes to the armor lady. This is the way. And he's like, hey, I need, hey, make this armor for Grogu. And she's like, okay. So she makes armor for Grogu. It's like a little shirt. It's cute. And then this guy's like, I want the Darksaber. He's like, okay, fight me. So they fight, and the armor is like, it's weighing down on you because you don't know how to use it or some shit like that. So it gets heavier, which is cool. I was like, that's a cool detail. And then, Mando, she's like, have you ever taken your helmet off? And she's like, have you? Have you? Yes. And she's like, "You are not the Mandalorian." He's like, "Man, I just whatever I say. I'm Pedro Pascal. I was in Mandalorian." But yeah, it becomes Mandalorian season 2.5 for a good 2 episodes, which again I didn't have a problem with. I was like, "Let's go." But then episode 6 is the one with all the cool stuff, or all the super cool stuff. But yeah, so episode 5 is just about Mandalorian, and then oh yeah, he goes to see that lady on Tatooine, and they change a Naboo starfighter. That was really cool. I was like, yo, I thought that was really cool. I was like, hell yeah. And they made it look badass as fuck. And when he's riding around, you see like the pod race area from Phantom Menace. And then whenever he gets back, she goes, "So how did it fly or whatever?" And he goes, "Wizard." I was like, because doesn't Anakin or someone say that in Phantom Menace? I was like, that's cool. Because I am one of the few people who actually like the Phantom Menace. I actually like that movie. I like every Star Wars movie. Yes, I like every single Star Wars movie. Even though Last Jedi they fucked up Luke so bad, bro. But other than that, I like that movie. But so he gets to he wizard. I was like, I approve. This is cool. But episode 6, holy shit, holy shit, Mandalorian. He goes to this planet. You see R2D2. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a gosh darn minute. Is that R2D2? And then you're like, wait a minute. Does this mean? It means Luke Skywalker is in this episode and show. Not, he was only in one episode, but I was like, as soon as I saw Luke, I can't tell you how excited I was. I was like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. I was like, that's Luke fucking Skywalker. And then just seeing him in this and thinking about Mandalorian season 2 finale again, it's like seeing Luke being so cool and being a badass and actually being Luke Skywalker was so cool. But then you remember Last Jedi and you're like, why did they do that to him? Because again, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think Last Jedi is a good movie. I like that movie. But it's not Luke in that movie. It's literally like not what you would expect Luke to be at all. And Mark Hamill thinks the same thing, dude. I'm like, wow. They really fucked Luke up. It's like, damn. But not in this show. He was awesome in this. He was like training Grogu and it was awesome. And then Ahsoka shows up. I was like, this is the best episode of anything Star Wars ever. I was like, this shit is dope. So, and Luke and Ahsoka are talking, and it's just so cool because she was obviously close to Anakin. And this one thing though, I kept when I was watching it, I kept expecting Ahsoka to call Luke Sky Guy, but she never did. I was like, that would have been so cool. Because like they were talking, and I was like, she's gonna call Luke Sky Guy. Like as soon as she and Luke were on screen together, I was like, call him Sky Guy. Please call him Sky Guy. Please. But she didn't. I was like, damn it. That would have been cool. That would have been really cool. But we didn't get that. But maybe in the future, we could see them. I want Luke to get a Disney Plus show, if I'm being honest with you. I really do. And then, oh my god, Cad Bane. Cad Bane is in this show because the episode is called "From the Desert Comes a Stranger," and Cobb Vanth is in this episode too. You see him, but you see this guy walking up. You see him like looking at. You see his hat. As soon as I saw him, I was like, "No way!" I was like, "No way!" Is that? It's Cad Bane, isn't it? Pulls up, looks up. You see the blue. You see his red eyes. I was like, "That's Cad Bane." I was like, the whole episode was just me going, "Oh, that's that." Like that's the whole episode. You're just, that's Luke. No, you're just like, that's R2D2. That's Luke. That's Grogu. That's Ahsoka. That's Cad Bane. And that's just the whole episode. Which again is fine with me. You know, I love stuff like that. I love fan service because I'm a fan. How could you not? It's really weird to me. People complain about fan service. People are like, oh, it's just fan service. I'm like, so? Because we're fans. That's what we want to see. That's why the fuck does it matter? I don't know. It weirds me out when people complain about fan service, because then it's like, does that mean you don't like what's on screen? Like, oh, it's too much fan service. So you're telling me you don't like Luke, Ahsoka, Cad Bane, R2D2, and Grogu and Mandalorian all in the same episode? Or like Endgame is just so much fan service. So you're telling me you don't like when Captain America lifts Thor's hammer? Spider-Man No Way Home is just fan service. So when Andrew Garfield and Tom McGuire show up, you're not like, oh, holy shit. You're just like, oh, okay, just fan service. Like, what? I don't know. That's how I feel about it. But I love fan service because I'm such a big fan. Though if you've seen my videos, you know that because I'm such a big nerd. But I'm cool with it. But what were we talking about? Episode 6. But yeah, so Luke is training Grogu, and it was really cool. And Mandalorian's like, I want to see him. I have a gift for him. And Ahsoka's like, it's bad for his training. If you see him, I'm going to give you the present. I can't English. I will give him the present for you. And he's like, I want to see him. And then they go up, and he sees him talking to Luke. Or not talking, because Grogu doesn't talk. He's like, he sees him talking to Luke. He's like, damn, I accept this now. I can't. So he doesn't get to visit Grogu, but we'll see that in the next episode. He's like, damn. And I was like, oh, I feel so bad for him. And then, oh my god, I almost forgot about this. I'm so glad I remembered. Luke shows Grogu memories. And Grogu, you see Order 66. I was like, as soon as it showed his memory, and it flipped the camera, and you see clone troopers taking out Jedi, I was like, what? That was so cool. It's like Dave Filoni just knows, man. He just knows. He knows what we want. He just knows how to do Star Wars. He just knows. I was like, wow. This is badass. This is cool. Like, Order 66? Come on. That's the coolest shit. I was like, wow. That's cool. And then, so he's like, Luke is like, hey, and the CGI on Luke's face, it's Mark Hamill. But some people have said that the CGI in the Mandalorian Season 2 finale was noticeable, which, yeah, it kind of was, but, it's just tiny bit. It wasn't, like, distracting to me. But in this episode, it was way better. Like, you wouldn't even notice it at all. Like, at all. I was like, when he showed up, I was like, wow, that just looks like Mark Hamill from Return of the Jedi is here. Like, that's what it looked like. I was like, wow, how is that not a real guy? What the fuck? It was cool. I was like, that's great. That's Luke. Luke Skywalker, man. How could you not be happy about that? That's so cool. I love Luke. He's my favorite Star Wars character. But he's like, Grogu, this armor the Mandalorian sent for you, or this green lightsaber. And he says it was my old Master Yoda's. And my first thought was, whoa, he has Yoda's lightsaber. Then my second thought was, well, how did he get that? What? Wasn't that shit like blasted by Palpatine? Shouldn't it be in Coruscant? Who gave you that, Luke? Unless Yoda's Force Ghost. Unless he talked to Yoda's Force Ghost, and Yoda was like, get my lightsaber, you must. On Coruscant, it is. And Luke's like, why? Training Grogu you are, yes? My lightsaber you should get. Alright. So then Luke went to Coruscant, or sent someone to Coruscant until they found it. And he was like, alright, I got it. Good, yes. You guys like my Yoda impression, though? Do or do not. There is no try. Hey, Luke says that, too. He says that to Grogu. He said, Master Yoda said that to me. Yoda's so cool, too. I love Yoda. He's one of my favorite Star Wars characters, too. But yeah, so he's like, pick which one, and the episode ends. And I was, like, really torn. I was like, which one is he gonna pick? Because I was, like, really... In Mandalorian Season 2 finale, I was like, okay, so Grogu's not gonna be in Season 3. I was wrong, because Grogu picks the chainmail armor, or not the chainmail, he just picks the armor. I'm assuming it's made out of Beskar, because it was that staff. Oh yeah, they got rid of Mando's staff. I was like, damn, what the fuck? But, turn it into that armor, which was cool. But, so the finale is Boba Fett is actually a character this time. He's the main character in this episode this time. Because he's only in episode 6 for like a minute, if that. And then he's not in episode 5 at all. Except for like previously on, but that doesn't count. The finale, so it's Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Fennec Shand, those people. Oh, and how do you say his name? The badass Wookiee dude. Chrysanthemum? He was cool. Danny Trejo was in the show too. He was only in one episode. But he was a Rancor keeper. That was cool. As soon as I saw Danny Trejo, I was like, Danny Trejo's in this? That's Machete. I was like, that's cool. This is Machete Kills Again in Space. They need to make that still, by the way. But, yeah, so Chrysanthemum, I think is how you say it. He was badass. Loved him. He was cool as shit. When I saw him, I was like, who the fuck is that? That's cool. And then he helped them. But yeah, so the finale, they're all fighting like the droids and those people. Pew pew pew. And Cad Bane, he's there. Cobb Vanth gets shot in the episode 6, by the way. I forgot to mention that. But in the credit scene, you see he went back to tank, so he's still alive, thank God, because Cad Bane is cool as shit. Or not Cad Bane. What's his name? Cobb Vanth. Him. He's cool. Glad he's alive, because he was in that back to tank. But, so you see, they're all fighting, and like these big old droids come in, and Boba Fett and Mandalorian are all flying in their jetpacks. That was cool as fuck. And the lady's like, hey, look who came to visit, when he's riding on her thing, and he's like, Grogu, and then he jumps up and hugs him. That was cute. And then like I'm jumbling all over the place, but their thing crashes, and like Grogu goes flying in the air, and you see Mando catch him. That was cool. And then that lady spits out a tooth. Not a big fan of that character. I don't know her name. She's tolerable, but like, when Mandalorian season 3 comes out, maybe don't put her in there. I don't know. Even if she is in it, that's fine. I'll be cool with it. I'm like, alright. But like, she's not my favorite. I don't hate her character. I wouldn't even say I dislike her character. I'm just like indifferent to the character. Like, I'm cool if she doesn't show up in season 3, but I'm like, okay, if she does, you know what I mean? I don't even know her name. You probably don't even know. You probably know who I'm talking about. The lady who like is with those pit droids and like created or like helped renovate or whatever the word is to this Naboo starfighter, and was like, oh, Grogu, yay, did they teach you how to fly an X-Wing? Because R2-D2 is in the finale too. He shows up in that X-Wing for like a split second, but that was cool. I was like, let's go. Because they're fighting the final fight, really, of the season. Are they going to do a season 2? I hope so, because I want to talk about something. Hopefully I don't forget. But so then Boba Fett shows up riding a Rancor. I was like, what? This man's just riding a Rancor.